What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea movie team. Wow, that was an absolute mouthful. Now, Pokemon Ranger was a pretty cool actual game, but also came out in the movie as well. The movie then followed with a couple of games. So this came out on the 15th of July, 2006, which is a very, very long time ago. So now I'm feeling old again. So that was like, what, 16 years ago? It's crazy. Now, we had the Pokemon Ranger games come out. So this, the very first Pokemon Ranger game came out in the 23rd of March, 2006, so like a couple of months later, and the other game sort of followed on from there. But just a little bit of backstory with the Pokemon Ranger stuff. I've got two battles today with the Pokemon Ranger team, and I hope you enjoy. Who actually liked the Pokemon Ranger games? I thought they were pretty cool. They were very unique how you had to circle the Pokemon and that sort of thing. You really did need that cover on your 3DS, otherwise, or your DS, because it leave like a big mark. All right, first battle here. This is on Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, of course, because of Manaphy, and we got a Pinsir lead, but more on that Pinsir lead a little bit later. We're going to be going to Bizzle now. This is a physical Bizzle set. We've got Aqua Tail, Aqua Jet, Quick Attack, and Switcheroo. Ability is going to be Water Veil, and the item is going to be Choice Band. So not a bad matchup here for the Rapidash. I can go for Aqua Jet because I know that Rapidash will be able to outspeed me, and I should do some pretty good damage here. So Bizzle's going to go for the Aqua Jet on the Rapidash. Excellent damage there. The Rapidash is going to go for a Smart Strike, which worry wasn't the smartest move because Bizzle is actually going to be able to live that one. I guess they thought they didn't want to go for a Fire Blast again and risk missing. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of Rapidash there. So maybe they didn't have another coverage move outside of Smart Strike. There was like a mix set Rapidash. Next Pokemon is going to be Torterra. Now, I can't do much to Torterra at all. Very naughty name there, by the way. So I'm like, well, I'll swap out my Bizzle and go into another Pokemon, which will be Pinsir. That's not a bad swapping. This is a special Pinsir, so we'll go on that in a sec. Torterra is going to use a Grass-type move there, being is that Leaf Storm, and that's going to drop its special attack by 2 stages. So a special Torterra, pretty interesting. Now with this Pinsir set is a Focus Blast, Hyper Beam, Focused Energy, and Substitute set. Now we got the Torterra swapping out here, and we got the Blaziken coming. So not a very good matchup for Pinsir. I'm hoping that I can actually get like maybe one attack would be really cool here. So Pinsir's special attack is pretty much garbage. I've got max special attack and max speed, modest nature, and we've got Hyper Cutter as the ability, and I got the item as Scope Lens. So after using Focus Energy with the item as Scope Lens, it'll be 100% critical hit every single time. Now I do get an outspeed on the Blaziken, which is good. I actually did some very, very good damage there. Now Blaziken is going to go for a Blaze Kick, and that's going to be lights out for Pinsir. But it wasn't too bad there. So bye-bye Pinsir. Pretty good effort. It's always difficult using us. I don't know, like I find it with like Buzzwole and Pinsir and some other like bug-type Pokemon. They got really, really like and fighting Pokemon. So they're kind of like very, very poor special attacking moves. I guess that's what makes them fun to use. We're going to go to Bizzle now. They know that I've got Aqua Jet, so like maybe I should go for like Waterfall or Switcheroo. I was thinking about this one for a little bit. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for the Aqua Jet. Blaziken is going to stay in here. It's going to go to down to the action. I thought they may predict me to go for the Aqua Jet and go for something else and stay in, but that's not what happened. So Blaziken is going to be fainting. Next Pokemon is going to be Suicune. So I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do to this. This is going to be quite bulky as well. Now, once again, people, if you enjoy the videos, make sure you do drop a like there, and a comment really does help me out. Helps you out too, because obviously it puts them videos into your recommended and all those sort of stuff. So you get to see my videos. You're not wondering when I'm uploading and those sort of things. So I'm going to swap my Beedrill in here, and Suicune goes for Extra Sentry, which is, I don't know whether I predict that to come in, but that was actually a pretty good attacking move here. We got Pin Missile, Poison Sting, Fury Attack, and we've also got Brick Break too. I've got Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Jolly Nature. King's Rock is going to be the item, and so is the Swarm is going to be the ability there. But unfortunately, the Suicune is very, very bulky, so I wasn't really probably going to do any much damage to it regardless, right? We're going to go back into Bizzle there. I've got Switcheroo, so I thought, well, I can go for Switcheroo and give the Suicune a Choice Band. That'll work. Bizzle's quite fast, and this Suicune's going to be annoying if it's got any healing moves, like Rest or something like that. So go for the Switcheroo, and I gave it a Choice Band, which is going to be very, very nice. Extra Sentry is going to be enough to take out my Bizzle there, unfortunately, but it did its job there, shutting down that Suicune. and locking it into one move as well. We're going to go into Chatot now. This is a physical Chatot, so I've got Facade, Steel Wing, Aero Ace, and Work Up. So it's a physical set, Keen Eyes ability, and Toxic Orb as the item. So obviously, if you haven't figured out already, I tried to base a Pokemon off the main sort of Pokemon in the movie. There was quite a big list of them, so I just went through and picked out the ones that I thought with the most prominent there, but there was quite a few to pick from. Like, it was difficult to get it down to 6 Pokemon. Anyway, I'm going to take an extra into there, kind of barely, but at least now I can get a Facade off. I've got +1 in attack now. I've got the Toxic Orb up, so it's going to be doubling Facade's base power. So it's going to be doing like a fair bit of damage. So here it goes, and Suicune takes a massive hit there, considering its nice base defense, and it's going to be able to lead the next entry, but unfortunately, Suicune is I'm going to be fainting very, very soon due to the Toxic. So I need to make sure I take out the Suicune. It is locked into Choice Band Extra Sentry, so I don't think they're going to be swapping out anytime soon. And Suicune is going to be fainting. That's excellent. Physical Facade on the Chatot works pretty well. So take him some more toxic damage there. It's going to be a double KO, but that is fine. Chatot did a pretty good job there. I thought I'd run something a little bit different than the Nasty Plot special attacking set. Now we're going to go into Manaphy. Now, a couple of these Pokemon in this movie too actually had debuts. So Manaphy, I believe, was one of them, and I think Bizzle and Manaphy actually debuted as like actual Pokemon in these movies. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they did. We got Glalie coming in. This is a sweeping Manaphy set. I love that little smiley face on the back of Manaphy. It's pretty funny. We've got a rollout Glalie. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of bad, because that's super effective, and that did a lot of damage. So I've got Air Slash, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump. Like, man, this is a little bit dodgy, because if Hydro Pump misses, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Hydro Pump does miss there, and now Glalie gets its second rollout. Manaphy barely scrapes a live there. I have to land a Hydro Pump right now. I'm thinking maybe I could, Air Slash flinch them, but I need the damage. So Hydro Pump is going to land this turn, thank goodness. And Glalie is going to get hit by the full brunt there in the rain. Does a lot of damage, but doesn't quite take it out here. A rollout is going to take Manaphy out as well. So that was a max speed, max special attack set, Modest Nature, Swift Swim as the ability, and Wacan Berry as the item. Not that I believe it would have lived many electric types attacks, but maybe on the special side. Last Pokemon is going to be Manaphy. This is a Tail Glow Water Gun set. I had to really power Manaphy down, because it's actually quite a strong Pokemon, strong special attacker with Tail Glow. We're going to go for a Water Gun in the rain, and that's going to be the end of Glalie. Thank goodness they didn't outspeed me, because that would have one-shotted me. So we got Torterra and we got Darkrai left. Now, Darkrai, I'm going to need a couple of boosts up here. So I've got Water Gun, I've got Rest. Now, this is a Hydration Rest set too, and I'm going to be going for Tail Glow there. So outspeeding the Darkrai, I ran this Manaphy as Max Speed, Timid Nature, and Max Special Attack. Damp Rock as the item on top of that too. So Darkrai is going to go for a Dark Void. It's going to miss. Dark Void is very, very inaccurate. So I thought, okay, well, I need to get the rain up again, because if I don't put the rain up this turn, Hydration will not kick in, and Manaphy is going to be affected by Darkrai's Bad Dreams, and then I'm going to be taking an attacking move on top of that too, so goodness knows what that's going to be. So here comes the Dark Void on the Manaphy, and that is going to put me to sleep. The good thing about it, Hydration will kick in at the end of this turn, and it's going to wake Manaphy right up. So this is going to give me the opportunity here to go for a Water Gun, or I could go for Tail Glow again. Water Gun has like very, very low base power, so I'm going to be going for that. But now I've got +6 in special attack, because Tail Glow boosts our special attack by 3 stages. It's a drastic raid, so it's a very, very, it's the best style like boosting special attacking move out there. So Darkrai's going to be a foul play set. That's not going to do a lot of damage. It's still a 3-hit KO. I'm going to drop that Water Gun, and I'm also going to drop Darkrai at the same time, and that is the end of that. So that was +6 Water Gun in the rain. This thing is popping off. Next Pokemon is that Torterra we seen from earlier on. Now, all I can do is go for the Water Gun here. I know this is going to do like a ginormous amount of damage. I believe this is going to take Torterra out as well in one shot, and it did, people. That is the end of the very first battle there. Water Gun Manaphy is just broken and overpowered, people. Thank you for the battle, Eurexa, I think that's how I say it. And let's get on to battle number 2. This was a battle against Samus, and we got a Raikou lead. So Raikou is a bit of a scary Pokemon to this team when you think about it. So Manaphy's weak to it, Chatot weak to it, Bizzle's weak to it, Mantike's weak to it. Damn, that's like 4 Pokemon. That's crazy. So we're starting things off here with a Pinsir. That was a good lead against this thing. At least it wasn't super effective. And now the Raikou's going to go for a Flash. I'm like, that's actually really, really annoying because I've got Focus Miss, and it's hard to land Focus Miss at the best of times, let alone the other Pokemon using Flash. I'm like, I wonder what sort of strategy they're up to here with Raikou. So I've got Focus Miss. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And now they're going to go for Extreme Speed. So it's a physical Raikou. That's pretty cool. Focus Miss actually lands, which is actually, kind of surprising to say the least, and that does pretty good damage. That's about a 3-hit KO with 100% crit, so I've got that 100% crit going. Now, I've also got Substitute too. Now it's going to go to Thunderbolt, so it's a mixed attacker. Thunderbolt obviously does a lot more damage to Pinsir, but Pinsir still tanks at one. Focus Miss is going to miss again. It's like, of course it does. So since it's got pressure, I've only got 1 Focus Miss left, and I actually avoid the next attack, which is really cool, but then the Raikou avoids my attacks. So like, man, this really, really sucks. So I've got High Beam left. I've used all my Focus Misses up here, so I've got to go for High Beam now on the Pinsir. Sorry, on the Raikou. So Raikou is what is this set? It's got Cut, Extreme Speed, and Thunderbolt. I have no idea what sort of set they're running, and they've got Flash. So Flash, Cut, Extreme Speed, and Thunderbolt. What even is this moveset? So Pinsir's going to go for a Hyper Beam here, and Hyper Beam is going to be doing some pretty good damage to Raikou. I thought it would do it like a closer amount that Focus Miss would be, but it actually did maybe like a tiny little bit more due to its base power. Raikou is going to be eating a Citrus Berry here, and they're going to go for another Cut. So I guess they used Cut because they wanted to disrespect KO my Pinsir and try and make me salty and that sort of stuff. But that's the best I could have done with Pinsir there. It lost to a Cut Raikou. Only got Pin Rush out. We're going to bring in Beedrill here. I've got Pin Missile. I was like, well, I can go for Pin Missile. I don't know whether I'm going to outspeed Raikou or not. It's going to go for Extreme Speed. So that's going to counter my flinching strategy. It does a fair bit of damage to my Beedrill too. So go for the Pin Missile. I need to actually land this a couple of times to take this out. So it's going to need like 4 hits to take it out. And I only land 2 of them, which really, really sucks. So I can go for a Pin Missile again. I don't think Poison Sting's actually going to faint, even though I really would like to go for it. Raikou's going to go for a Cut this time. A Cut Extreme Speed Raikou. I have to try that out, people. Next time I use Raikou, I'm going to go for a physical set with, Cut. There'll be very, very powerful stuff right there. Raikou is going to be fainting. Next Pokemon's going to be Mamoswine. Like, what sort of set is this one going to be? So Mamoswine clearly has some sort of ground type move or ice type move. I've got Brick Break. That's my most powerful move to use against it. Will it be a 1-hit KO? Absolutely not, but it should do some alright damage. It does well over half. Mamoswine is going to go for a Mud Slap. It's a special set. What there is special Mamoswine. And that's going to drop my accuracy. So I go, well, I only need to land 1 more Brick Break. It's 100% accuracy. I should be fine there. Now Mamoswine's going to go for an Ice Shard. And Ice Shard with a Mud Slap is going to be enough to take out Beedrill. It's like, dang, I would have liked to get rid of that, but it didn't happen. So we're going to go into Bizzle now. I've got Aqua Jet. I've also got Waterfall too. I know that I can live a Ice Shard. I know that I can live a Mud Slap. But I'd like to get Aqua Jet off first. I have a go at actually taking this Mamoswine out, maybe in 1 turn. I don't know. I've got the Choice Band. It should do some alright damage. So Mamoswine is going to go down to the Aqua Jet there, which is really, really cool, and it's going to be fainting. I think that would have been reasonably close. Next Pokemon is going to be Aggron, and it's going to be shiny as well. Shiny Aggrons are really, really cool. So once again, I've got Aqua Jet, which is going to be doing some very, very nice damage to Aggron. It's super effective. I'd like to go for Waterfall, but, I'm locked into a Choice Band. So, go for Aqua Jet on the Aggron here. I was wondering what Aggron would be able to do. It's very, very bulky, and it went for a Rock Climb, but I missed the attack. Now, the Rock Climb glitch is actually fixed in this battle, fixed in general, so it doesn't do that weird animation anymore where, the health bar and stuff disappears. So, go for another Aqua Jet. It's a 5-hit KO. Now, Aggron's going to go for a Bulldoze. Bulldoze looks surprisingly really, really cool there. That's not going to do that much damage to Bizzle. Also, it's not going to affect my speed, but I guess that's their best ground type move they've got on this Aggron moveset. So go for Aqua Jet again on the Aggron. I still need 2 more hits to actually take it out. Here comes the Rock Climb. Yep, that's going to be the end of Bizzle, and Bizzle is going to faint there. So bye-bye, Bizzle. I think that would have one-shotted me if it landed the very first time. We're going to go into Man-type now. Now, I could go for a Rain Dance here to set the rain up and get this sweeping set going. I could also go for just Hydro Pump right off the bat there, but I thought, well, I think that I can live a rock climb reasonably well and then go for that. So now we're going to go for Mantike here. I don't think Aggron's going to have a... Hopefully it's not going to need special electric type moves. That could be very, very bad. But I do have the, the Waycan Berry. Aggron's going to go for a Shadow Claw. So Shadow Claw doesn't do too much damage. It doesn't crit me there. That's obviously why. Now I can go for... Actually, I have to go for Hydro Pump here because it's going to leave an Ice Beam. So Hydro Pump is going to miss. It's like, man, that really, really sucks. Aggron's going to go for a Shadow Claw. It really doesn't have much of a choice either because Bulldoze is not going to affect it being a flying type. I mean, Rock Climb accuracy is a little bit average too. So go for a Hydro Pump. Thankfully, this one actually does land. It's so annoying with the Hydro Pump. I sort of had to go for that because it's the most powerful move. I could have gone for Scald or Surf or something like that, but I went for Power instead. So that's going to be the end of Aggron. Next Pokemon is going to be Tyranitar. So I'm like, okay, well, there goes my Rain. So there goes a little bit of extra base power from Hydro Pump, and there goes my speed too. But Tyranitar isn't a very fast Pokemon, so I know that I'm going to be able to outspeed that regardless, right? So I've got an option to go for Rain Dance or to try and go for just damage with Hydro Pump. So I went for the Hydro Pump. It is going to land on Tyranitar, and it does pretty good damage to Tyranitar. Tyranitar's quite a bulky Pokemon. It does almost half, so I'm happy with that. Tyranitar's going to go for a D-Claw here. It didn't really matter what move he used, and that's going to be the end of Mantike. So I've got two more Pokemon here. I've got my Chatot and I've got my Manaphy. So I was like, okay, let's go to the Chatot first. I've got Chatot with Steel Wing. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to live an attack here. It might be better if I just go for Steel Wing. I'm also going to try and stall out this standard a little bit too. So go for Steel Wing there. It does really bad damage. Obviously, it's going for a Chatot. Tyranitar's going to go for a Crunch here. Crunch is going to decimate my Chatot, but it just barely lives. So one more turn, and I've got my Toxic up too. It's like, well, I could actually go for Facade here. I think... I reckon Facade's almost going to do as much as Steel Wing. Plus, Steel Wing's accuracy is really, it's kind of bad. So I was like, let's go for Facade, get some damage off, and then I'll swap in the Manaphy. I believe that I can live a Crunch there, and all I got to do is get that Rain going. So Facade does a lot of damage, considering, and now we got the Tyrant to go for a D-Claw, so that's the end of the channel. So now what I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking of going for Rain Dance, taking a hit and then going for Rest, or just simply going for Water Gun on the Tyranitar. I could go for Tail Glow too, but I don't want to risk getting crit by if it does have Stone Edge or even a crit from the Crunch would be very, very bad on Manaphy, especially because it's my last Pokemon. Tyranitar is going to have a Custard Berry, and it's going to go for a Stomping Tantrum. Like, okay, Manaphy's going to be taking that one rather well. Manaphy's quite bulky, and now the Manaphy's going to go for the Rain Dance. Crunch would have done a little bit more, maybe over half health there, so I know that I would have lived that regardless. So I've got the Rain going now. It's used up its Custard Berry. I can go, I was thinking I might be able to go for a Tail Glow here. I know that I could probably barely live a Crunch. The only thing I was worried about was a critical hit from Crunch, but I decided to take the chances. So go for the Tail Glow, boosting the Manaphy's special attack by 3 stages. Now I can sort of judge how much damage the Tyrant is going to do. It's going to go for Dragon Claw. I thought they might go for Crunch there, but that's not going to do much. So I'm easily going to be able to live this. I can go for a Rest and heal myself up there with a Hydration, or I could simply go for a Water Gun here, but we're going to go for a Rest just in case. So Manaphy's going to go for that Rest. It's going to be falling asleep there. And at the end of the turn, Hydration will kick in. Hydration is a very, very good ability, used under the right, circumstances, especially with a bulky Pokemon. Here comes the Stomping Tantrum on Tyranitar. I mean, that really doesn't do too much either. And Hydration is going to wake me up. So that doesn't really matter. Sort of by the by there. So I could go for yet another Tail Glow or just take Tyranitar out here. I decided to go for the Water Gun and just get rid of this Pokemon. So it's going to be pretty powerful, +3 in the rain. And even though it's a low base power attack, it's still doing some good amounts of damage. Last Pokemon is Rampardos. I knew that actually, looking at this team, there's 4 Pokemon weak to water, so I know my team's very weak to electric, but their team's also very, very weak to water too. I guess that's why they had Raquel on there too. So I'm going to go for Water Gun on the Rampardos. Rampardos isn't very bulky at all, especially on the special side, and it's going to get rinsed there by a Water Gun. Probably first time you ever hear that. Now, there's one more rain Pokemon, and it is Aerodactyl. So, wow, this seems like 5 of them are weak to water. It's quite funny, because 4 of them... Wait, 1, 2... Yeah, 4 of my Pokemon are weak to electric, and 5 of their Pokemon are weak to water. So, Aerodactyl is going to be getting hit here by a big, powerful Water Gun, and it is going to get dropped right out of the sky, people, and that is the end of the battle too. So, some very interesting movesets on that team. Thank you for the battle, Samus, and that's it for the Ranger team. Peace out, people.